From noon to this is 10 o'clock, she was gone. This just sucks. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It sucks. Hi guys, I'm Megan from the GWP Homestead and welcome back to the channel. Let's go do some morning chores. There you go, boys. Come on. They go back. Oh, they did it. They know exactly what to do. Hopefully today we're gonna get this fence moved. It's not really gonna give them any more green pasture to graze on. We'll just keep this place from getting wore out. We hadn't messed with moving them just because there's nowhere to move them. Look at that little tail with the ball. I'm glad it's somewhat warm today. We have the goat due starting on the 1st, Wednesday. So we have more babies coming out soon. So I hope this weather stays. I know it's not going to. Get down! What are you doing? Yeah? So this week we lost a baby goat. We lost Eden's baby. So what happened was Monday we had her disbudded. She's cool. I watch them extra close after they're disbudded. Here, look like this. I watch them extra close after they're disbudded just to make sure that the stress didn't get to him or anything. We get home Monday, she's cool. Tuesday morning, she's cool. She's playing, she's hopping, feisty, doing great. Perfect. They were all out in the field all day, and I checked on them about noon. She's still cool. She's nursing. Seen her trying to chew on some grass here and there. She's cool. Okay. Well, I go to put them up about 6 o'clock that night, and she wasn't with the group because they normally all come running out together. As y'all seen them, they run together to the field and they run back to the field, and she wasn't with them, which is odd. I was by myself. I forgot my flashlight, so I texted her and said, "Hey, come help me. I need a light." So he comes out and he finds her kind of leaned up against our goat shelter, which was odd. I'm like, well, maybe she was just napping real hard and didn't realize I came to get everybody. Eden wasn't panicking, like, it's cool. Reagan handed her to me because he's holding her, and I looked at her, I'm like, I don't really like how she's acting. I'll give her some bounce back, because maybe just... Hey. Maybe just the stress of the disbudding kind of caught up to her a little bit. So come back down, and when I get back down here to check on her again, I don't like how she's acting at all. I'm like, hey, go get my med kit up in the house, Reagan. I want to check her temp. I want to look her over really good. So while he's gone, I found 2 decently sized fat ticks, and I found a couple lice on her. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's anemic. So at that moment, I treated her with some B12. I treated the lice and some bounce back. I'll get iron first thing in the morning. I'll go get some. I'll treat her with that. I think she'll be okay. I think she's anemic from the lice and just kind of the whole shebang. Not a big deal. Not super concerned. Well, then I start texting Heather because Eden and her baby both came from Heather's house. Heather culled them from her herd. They're still good, healthy goats. She just needed to make room. Sorry about that. She needed to make room in her herd for some new goats she has coming in. So she gave them to us, and we love them. Eden is quickly becoming one of my favorite milkers. She's awesome. Now I was excited about having her baby. So I'm texting Heather, she's like, maybe you should try some antibiotics and then see how she is in the morning. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I pulled the antibiotics, I grab Reagan, it is dumping rain. So we come down here in the rain because I need him to hold her so I can give her the shot of antibiotics because she's too little to put in a head shoe. And I get down here and all I have is my phone light and I don't hear her. I don't see the movement in the kidding stall because she was separated from Eden at the time with the other babies. And the other babies are panicking. And she was gone. So from noon to this is 10 o'clock, she was gone. I've always heard baby goats can go down and they can go down in a hurry. Come here. They can go down in a hurry if you're not careful. And I'm completely puzzled at this point. Because I'm like, maybe it was, I had treated some, one of the other babies, my older one, I had treated some coccidiosis. But she wasn't scouring. Hey, baby, you still got some food. She wasn't scouring or anything, so I'm like, I don't think it's that. But while, you know, and we're sitting here, just me and her are both just staring at each other. We're like, we're at a loss at what to do here. So I call Heather, and I'm talking to Heather because I know she'll understand just like this, how much this sucks. And since Heather is technically was the breeder of that baby and the breeder of Eden too, Eden was born on her farm. She wants to make sure that she did everything in her power to make sure that she didn't, you know, send me, you know, it wasn't something congenital. Because the goat, yeah, can you not do that? Oh, you want to let Eden out of the head chute? There we go. Yeah, you go, John. Yeah, I'll put it. Make sure it wasn't something congenital that she needs to be on the lookout for. So we decide we're going to do necropsy. Trying to figure out what's going on. And at this point, when I get over there, we have two thoughts of what it could be. And coccidiosis, something gone wrong with the disbudding, or a word that I cannot say, so Reagan's going to put it here on the screen because I cannot say it. Dyslexia kicks in, guys. So we go to Heather's, we check her out, and we determine that it was this E thing. And basically what that means is as her gut was switching over from just doing milk to also activating her rumen to start digesting grasses and stuff like that, basically her gut bacteria just got all out of whack and her little body couldn't handle it, and it killed her, and it killed her quick. It sucks so bad. And we've said it before, we've said it on multiple videos, goats in particular are little suicide machines. They're looking for ways to hurt themselves. You know, Minnie Pearl's broke her leg, Eden's broke her leg before she came to our farm. You know, I've had goats go down with coccidiosis. It was pretty bad. I've had pneumonia. You know, nothing awful, and we handled it all really well. This is the first time that there was. It's not the first death we've had, because we've had other deaths. We had some stillborns. I had another baby that was around 6 weeks old that we lost. I think hers was a failure to thrive issue. That was not the case with Eden's baby, because she was gaining weight. She was nursing really well. You know, even Heather remarked how much weight she'd gained and how much bigger she'd gotten. So it wasn't failure to thrive in her case. And it just, anytime you lose an animal, it sucks. And livestock in particular, you know, you're not gonna, I'm not a crier, never have been, so you're not gonna necessarily catch me crying. There's a few that if something tragic happened, I would cry, don't get me wrong. But, you know, what? What? Yeah? Yeah? You're being a show out. Can we finish this video? When you lose livestock, it's not like losing a pet necessarily. You're upset, you're devastated, because you'd invested time and money and plans and dreams for this animal. Whether that dream was to go in the freezer to feed your family, or to be sold to, you know, pay for the care of your other animals that you're milking or eating or whatever you're doing. You have a plan and you have a dream for this animal. And I know some people won't think, oh, well, if your dream for that animal, they don't see that going to your plate as a dream. But when your dream is to grow and produce as much as your own food as you can, it is a dream. You know, we've been blessed with these animals and we love these animals. And we take great pride in taking care of them and tending to them, whether whatever their goal, the end means is for that animal. Whether it's like Eden and my other dairy goats, where their goal is to produce milk for us and produce kids. Those kids, then if we sell them, they're bringing income into our family that pays for the care of our other goats and pays for maybe new equipment for the farm, or just brings in income that we need. Or if we save the doelings back to then become milkers on our farm and replace the older does. Everyone has a purpose here as far as our livestock goes. And there are a couple where, what are you doing? Deacon has a food scoop and a hoof. Oh Lord. Filming with kids. And this just sucks. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It sucks. Hey! What's happening? Losing that baby was not the first loss on our farm. It will not be the last loss on our farm. And all we can do is do the best we can and know we are learning every day new information and researching and figuring out how we can do it better, if we can do it better. My kids know and have lost goats before, and they understand that we're gonna lose animals. It's not, they understand it. I told Riley that the Wednesday morning, I told her what we were doing and why, and she looked at me and said, I bet a fox got it. It didn't even faze her. Like, she knows what's happened, she knows the goat's gone, and she understands, and she's okay with that. That is the worst part of it, and there's so many good parts on what we're doing here and what our kids learn here, that the good definitely outweigh the bad. As bad as the bads, as much as it sucks, the good always outweighs the bad. Our kids knowing where their food comes from and why we have to take care of these animals and why we need to be good stewards of our land and the things we have outweigh having to deal with that happening. Now I know how to prevent it and how to treat it. Not treat it, but how to handle it, I guess. And we'll do better next time. If you want a more in-depth explanation of what happened, go in our description box and we'll leave a link to Heather's bio where we did the necropsy and why we came to these conclusions, and she does a really good job explaining it where I wouldn't do that good of a job. Be sure to check out that video if you're curious. There's a necropsy in it, so be prepared for that. If you don't want to see that, don't click on it. I think that's all I got for y'all today, guys. I'm Megan. Deacon's over there playing, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.